The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. My name is John Wright. I want to welcome everybody today on behalf of HEP and our presenters, Linda Stark and Mariana Funk. I have been doing webinars for HEP for a number of years, and this is one of the parts of our educational series. Today's webinar is titled How to Use the GiftPlus OnLine Database, and I thought everyone might be thinking they could sit back and just listen, but you do have a couple of responsibilities. If you're near a PC and would like to join us in the demo, we'll be getting on and actually doing some live stuff that we'll give you a user code and password for. But if you do get knocked off for any reason, just click on the same link and phone numbers you used initially. The presenters do have some cell phones in case we run into any problems. And you can ask questions electronically, and we'll try to answer those at the end. We'll, in short, not be working you too hard. So we are recording the webinar here today, and we'll have it up in probably take a couple of days for us to get it up together with the PowerPoint. On our website, we do have 30-plus webinars on matching gifts in the Learning Center, and they cover gift processing to marketing to finding employer information. And these are especially great for new staff or existing staff looking for some ideas and best practices. Just a couple of agenda items. One significant fact is we've doubled the size of the database over the last 6 years, and we keep working at that very hard. So we're doubling the opportunity for everybody out there. And we're still averaging, 2 to 3 net new companies per week. If you're not sure about a company, whether it has a program or not, you can simply call us or email us. And our research team loves checking out companies to make sure that to see if they have a matching gift program or not. So I'm going to walk you through just a couple of recent statistics that we've gotten, and then I will turn it over to Linda and Mariana here. So the survey I'm going to show you is a CAE VSE survey statistics, but just want to leave you with 70% of the Fortune 200 have a matching gift and a volunteer program, and that comes from our GiftPlus database. The VSE study is studies 609 colleges and private and public, so it's about the best statistics that are available out there. The average gift is, as you can see, $948. The average matching gift per institution of the 609 is $231,000. And this study says that the matching gifts represented 16% of corporate support. So some interesting takeaway numbers there for everyone. I thought it'd be good to share those with you here since we just got them in very recently. So I'm going to turn over the presentation here to Linda and to Mariana. Just a little background on Linda. She has a world of experience in matching gifts and was the matching gift coordinator at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. And she's been working in matching gifts over 10 years. Linda grew the matching gifts at Cal Poly into, I believe, the best performing school in the California system over her tenure there. And Mariana has 12 years experience in matching gifts and director of research and actually, built the matching gift database, the GiftPlus database that we're going to be looking at here today. So she's familiar with both U.S. companies and overseas companies. So without further ado, I'm going to turn this over to Linda. Linda?
Well, hello, everybody, and I want to thank you for giving your time for this webinar. I know that many of you probably are working under some real severe time constraints and have a lot of stuff to do back at your desk. So I hope that your time here is worth your while. I wanted to speak a little bit about the matching gift program at Cal Poly State University in San Luis Obispo. When I took over the program, the annual matching revenue was about $232,000. At my last year working at Cal Poly, the average was $430,000. So you can see that we almost doubled the matching gift revenue through using GiftPlus OnLine and eMatch Donor Link. I wouldn't even consider running a matching gift program without those two tools. Those are your basic tools. So I encourage everyone, if you're serious about your matching gift program and increasing revenue, to make use of GiftPlus OnLine. When you are researching a gift to determine whether it's match eligible, GiftPlus OnLine is your best resource. They have the biggest database and the most reliable database and the most current. And both of those programs together are affordable. I ran my matching gift program on an annual budget of $3,500. Out of that came the subscription for GiftPlus OnLine and eMatch Donor Link. And at the end of the fiscal year, I always had at least $1,000 left over. So I'm here to tell you, you can make a success of your matching gift program without using a lot of time, resources, and budget resources. If I can do it, anybody can. Can we go to the next slide, John? The first thing you want to do in considering matching gifts in your donors is to make sure that you have and give to your donors and fundraisers the most accurate and current information that's available. And that will increase your matching gift ratio, and it will inspire not only donor confidence, but the confidence of your coworkers and the people out on the campuses that are going to eventually become a part of your team in helping market your matching gift program to the donors. I started the matching gift program when I took it over on the premise that matching gifts is a customer service program. That if donors are going to give us $100 or $500 or $5,000, whatever the amount is, that it behooves us to ensure that the donor gets the best value for their money. And one of the ways they can do that is through matching. What I discovered by starting with the basis of matching as a customer service program was that all of the decisions I made were based on that idea of customer service to the donor. And that allowed me to establish personal relationships with donors. I was on a first name basis with them. Some of them would drop by my office and have a chat when they were on campus. So consider that idea of making matching a customer service program. And also for your donors, matching will allow your donors and the fundraisers or people out in the colleges to develop long-term giving strategies that include matching in that strategy. We had a donor at Cal Poly, he was an alum, who wanted to establish a golf scholarship. And so his gift and his matching went to fund his scholarship. We had someone else who was establishing an endowment, and they funded half of that endowment through matching gifts. So donors appreciate that. You save them money, and you step up to the plate, and you make you and your organization look good. Next slide, John. Okay, I need to go to 6.
Pardon that there.
That's okay.
I saw that.
When you are looking at major donor and major gift and researching whether the gift is match eligible, always go, excuse me, to GiftPlus OnLine and review the organization profile very carefully before contacting the donor or fundraisers out in the colleges. I made the mistake once of not checking, and the feedback was not good. So be careful about it. The profile looks pretty basic when you scan through it, but it is actually has more information than one initially realizes. So read through all of it very carefully and then go back and read it again. If you have any questions, you can contact Mariana, and she should be able to answer your questions. I used the GiftPlus data for marketing, matching both to on-campus and off-campus constituents. And one of the strategies that turned out to be very successful was marketing recurring giving through payroll deduction programs. There are companies like PG&E, Chevron, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, who allow their employees to sign up. Usually the enrollment period is the last quarter of the year. They can sign up for giving through payroll deductions, and then you get the quarterly check from the employer, and then a few weeks later or a week later, you get the matching gift check. So the value here of giving through payroll deductions is somebody signs up, they have their gifts matched. You no longer need to contact the donor to remind them to complete their matching gift application. You no longer have a matching gift application that you have to verify with the corporation's matching gift program. So it is a very easy and effective way to increase your matching gift revenue without putting a lot of energy in it. And you'll find that most of your donors who sign up for payroll deduction giving will automatically re-enroll again and again and again. So what you have then is a base of donors who give every year on a regular basis, money you can count on, money that can be built into the department's budget, and costs almost nothing to administer. Out of the $430,000 of matching revenue at Cal Poly, I estimate pretty close to 20% of that money came from the payroll deduction giving programs. And if you look on GiftPlus OnLine, you'll see that there is a category where HEP has identified those companies that have a payroll deduction giving program. And that is one of the things you want to look at. Encourage your donors to sign up for payroll giving. It's effective. It's easy for them. It's easy for you. It's a win-win all the way around. Next slide, John.
Sure.
One of the things that I was always checking on GiftPlus OnLine were those application deadlines. Every matching program has a deadline for submitting a completed matching gift application. And this doesn't mean the donor completes the application and gives it to you, and then you verify the gift and send the application to the company. This means that a matching gift application that's been verified by you has to be submitted by that deadline date. And you really don't want to miss any of those deadline dates. You can lose a lot of matching gift revenue by not paying attention to those dates. And I had a question here for John or Mariana.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible to get a report of deadlines to submit matching applications?
Yes. Yes. It's part of. It's something that I can extract from the database and send a report to anyone that would like that information.
Yeah, and I would highly encourage you to use that. I sent out reminder letters reminding donors to complete their matching gift application, and I gave them the deadline by which it has to be submitted. And I did that every month for the prior month's giving, but I also did it on a quarterly basis. And then I did it on a semi-annual basis. I discovered that the more I asked people to complete the matching gift application before they lost the opportunity for matching, the more completed matching gift applications I got. I was initially worried about bothering or annoying the donors by making repeated requests, but that never happened. And what I got were a lot of thanks from the donors, because they get busy, they forget, there's other things going on in their lives that are more important than filling out a matching gift application for Cal Poly. So use this function that HEP has available so that you can look at your calendar and see what companies' matching gift deadlines are coming up, and you can send out reminder notices, make a phone call, send an email to your donor, whatever it takes. And this brought in for our matching program about 25% of that $430,000. So that's an important component of it. Originally, I had a spreadsheet, 7-8 pages, Excel spreadsheet that gave me the where I put in the deadlines to submit, because at the time I didn't know that HEP could do that for me. So that would have saved me a lot of time. And that's the thing I want to emphasize to all of you listening. I was the matching gift department. I was the matching gift specialist. It was just me. I had a student assistant early on and lost the student assistant. At that point, I realized that I had to get smarter about my use of time and use of resources because I no longer had a student assistant to help me. So I managed to do it. I couldn't have done it without help and GiftPlus OnLine and eMatch Donor Link. And I did it, again, I remind you, on $3,500. I wouldn't suggest you share that information with your manager. You might want to give them a budget of $5,000, but it can be done by one person without using a lot of resources. I wanted to talk a little bit about donors interested in funding scholarships, educational awards, endowments, staff development. We had donors who were in all of these categories, and they tended to be the bigger donors as well, and they also tended to be the most committed donors. Most of them were alum. A handful were parents, but most of them were alum who had a personal investment in the school, in their department, with some of their favorite professors. And these are the people that are going to be most likely to respond to any emails or requests from you to complete a matching gift application. And these are going to be the people who are going to more quickly and easily recognize the opportunities for them to meet their goals in regards to funding their favorite programs or departments at Cal Poly. These are smart people. These are people who make pretty good money, people who know how to manage their money, and they will thank you for letting them know that they can make their money stretch and maximize on their giving dollars. And I heard that all the time from my donors. Phone calls and emails. Thank you for letting me know. Next slide, John.
Sure.
And I apologize for the coughing. I'm getting over a summer cold. So let's talk a little bit about matching gifts to athletic programs. When I first started as a matching gift specialist, there was the idea out in the matching community that that gifts to athletic programs were not eligible for matching. And some of you may have heard that recently. Some of you may be laboring under the idea that pursuing matching gifts for gifts to athletics is a waste of time. And I'm here to tell you that it's not. I had a fundraiser for the athletics program at Cal Poly who was, like many people in athletics, very competitive, very aggressive, and always looking for ways to improve his performance and bring more money into the athletic programs. Well, what we found between Mariana and I in doing research about gifts to athletic programs is that if the original gift goes through a 501c3, like a foundation, that there are some companies who will then match those gifts to athletics. And do you have any idea, Mariana, the percentage of that?
Of all the companies on the database that do match to athletics?
Uh-huh.
I can try to pull that up right now. You can continue to talk, and I'm on the database, and I can do that.
Well, I need to talk a little bit about these gifts to athletics, because matching gifts to athletics can be tricky. And here's where you need to pay attention to these gifts to athletics. There are some matching programs that will not match gifts to athletics, but will allow the matching gift to go to athletics. So we had a donor who always made a $5,000 annual gift to philosophy. He was an alum of that department. And his gift went to philosophy, but his matching program allowed the matching gift to allow the donor to specify where the matching gift went to. So he made the $5,000 gift to philosophy, and then the matching gift went to his favorite athletic program. We had a gentleman who was building the golf scholarship, and it was the same thing. His gift went to his department, of which he was an alum, but his matching program allowed him to designate without restriction where he wanted the matching gift to go, and he had it sent to athletics. So I hope that this is making sense to some of you, because it took me 2 or 3 years to catch on to this. And I don't know if it's because I was particularly slow or I wasn't paying attention to the details, but there's more potential there for matching athletics programs than you probably realize. And if you get together with your athletics fundraisers, I guarantee you they will jump on it, especially if you can find some donors to athletics programs whose gifts are match eligible, but no one was aware of it. And if you can go back and then have a matching gift application filled out prior to the application deadline, that's going to allow a maximization of the donor's gift, but also help you build a team to market your matching to the donors. And I lost my student assistant, but I recruited all sorts of people out on campus that were my matching gift team, and we worked together and maximized the matching gift revenue. Next slide.
Can I just say one thing?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So athletic programs on the database, there's 598 parent companies that will match. Scholarships, 621 will match to academic scholarships for athletes. And the third category is building funds, and there's 571 parent companies that will match to athletic building funds, such as stadiums, etc.
And
tell you that.
Does that include the companies that won't match gifts to athletics, but will send the matching gift to athletics programs?
No, it's straight to athletics.
Right.
Without,
right.
Without any restriction. So if the donor makes the gift to the an athletic program at Cal Poly, it's directly matched by the company without restriction.
Right. So what was that number you gave? 5?
For programs, athletic programs, 598 parent companies.
Okay, so 598 programs will match gifts to athletics. But after that, there are, and we don't know how many programs will send how can I say this?
The gift to the
You
general
won't match.
fund?
Yeah.
Oh, I can pull that up too.
Or donor specified.
Let's see. Directed to school or general fund, and then it's up to the school to direct the fund to athletics. That'll just take me a minute. Well, no, it didn't take a minute. It took about 3 seconds. 62. There's 62 parent companies that will. You have to send it to the general fund, and then it's up to the school general fund to direct it to athletics.
Right. Or donor directed.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think probably 10% of our matching funds came from were gifts, matching gifts to athletics, one way or another. And our athletic supporters, they're absolute fanatics. They love their sport.
Oh, and they want to spend money. Yeah.
They do, and this also includes not just the athletic department folks, but also your ASI clubs as well, roller hockey or water polo, or whatever it is.
Right.
And those clubs operate on a very small budget, so they're just so tickled to get some matching money. And the parents are really happy to not only make a donation to their child's favorite sport, but also to send the matching gifts there.
Right.
So keep that in mind and build a relationship with ASI and let your ASI officers know about the matching opportunities for gifts to their clubs. And I think I'm done with the athletics thing.
Okay. So if everybody can see the screen and you're near a PC, you can join us online, or you can just watch. That's what we do, but you can go to giftplus.hepdata.com, and the user code is demo GPOL, GiftPlus OnLine, and the password is welcome. But you'll see it. We're going to try to do it all online here for you, so if you don't have a PC, you'll certainly see it as well. So I'm going to just so I think I'm going to let Mariana take over here and tell us how to do search on GiftPlus OnLine.
Okay, in the company name field, put in Chevron. And click parent companies only. And then click search. Now pick Chevron Corporation.
Okay.
Okay, so this is an example of a good program because it has all the bells and whistles. It's a very strong program, as most companies such as Chevron do. They have a very strong program. So you've got, as opposed to the eMatch donor link, here you have also the address, and in this case, they outsource through your cause, and the phone number, email, the login, the guidelines, the minimum maximum gift ratio. As you can see, it's in comments, it says see separate program for retirees. That's because there is an actual whole program geared for retirees. So that's a separate program on the database. And this gives, the comment section gives you just pertinent information that I feel like people need to know up front if they're reading it. These are all good things to know, where the money's coming from. I'm even providing a nonprofit login, which we're going to be upgrading GiftPlus OnLine, and the nonprofit login is going to be added, which will be nice for users as well. Full-time, part-time, alumni status not required, which is the most common employee affiliation requirement. Chevron does match gifts to athletics, which is it's a big deal, and they don't all match, and there's controversy about matching to athletics, confusion about it. It's not always in the guidelines. You have to ask the right people. Corporate administrators are the best for that. So Chevron matches to almost everything. Fraternities, sororities are not included, but religious is, which is not always the case. It's just a good program. And as you scroll down, John, you'll see that they do match to payroll deduction. The distribution is quarterly, and that's good to know, so you know when your money's coming in. They have a volunteer program. We show the minimum amount, 20 hours in 12 months. Minimum amount that they can apply for to that organization that they volunteered for is $500, up to a max of $1,000. We have the login, and the payroll deduction is year-round. And then at the bottom of the screen in GiftPlus OnLine, you see all of the subsidiaries, brands, etc., that qualify under the program. So this is a good example of a very well-rounded program in GiftPlus OnLine, and you just can't see all of this in your eMatch donor link. The eMatch donor link is meant for the donor. How do you get the gift match? This is for your internal use as a development or advancement person. Okay, John, next slide.
Oh, I had something to add.
Okay.
Down at the very bottom where you have the list of subsidiaries.
Yeah.
I always went through those subsidiaries and added them to our Chevron record in our database.
Mm-hmm.
So I added them as either an alias or doing business as.
That's true. There's also historical data in there too, like what happened to a company, when it was dissolved or acquired or is no longer in business. Mm-hmm. All those things I think are important to know where that company ties into.
Yes, and to list the in your database, list the subsidiaries, the ones like for Chevron that don't include the word Chevron. Mm-hmm. List those as subsidiaries, and then when you're doing employment research for a donor and you see that they work at, say, Paragon, and you put in Paragon to do a database search to see if you have any records for, say, Paragon, then that Chevron identity pops up, and then you know it's a matching gift. So that's one of those things that we can do as matching gift administrators to make sure that we don't lose those gifts because we haven't identified that company as being a child or subsidiary of the big matching gift program.
Right.
So we're going to try Aon here, Mariana?
Sure. Okay. We picked this record as an example of having a corporation that manages their own program, big corporation. In this case, it's Ellen Gibbon. She is great. She's easy to work with. She gives me the information. Corporate contacts are just as important as Linda was talking about donor relationships. I work very hard at my relationships with corporate contacts. Best information you can ever get is the person that actually sits there at the corporation and manages, and when those matching gifts and when those applications come in, that's the bottom line. Are they going to match or aren't they going to match? Well, Ellen's the one for Aon, and she's great. So, again, they match to almost everything. They don't match to athletics, and she made that very clear. And just one thing I want to say about things like athletics is that I'll be told, no, they don't match. And then an exception is made. And then I'll get a phone call or an email, and they'll say, well, you know, I just got a gift from Aon, and it was directed to athletic scholarships. And you say that they will not match. And then I'll make a call to Ellen and said, well, it was the board of directors' son or something that is playing football for such and such, and we made an exception, but just keep it no. So things like that happen. But if ever there's anything, a discrepancy that you might find in the database, please just feel free to let us know, and we'll check it out. So that's about it in terms of Aon. I just wanted to point out that I do love when it's an actual person at the corporation, and it's a good solid program. So that's it.
Yeah, Mariana, what's the number at the top? The 23,240?
That represents the entire database, which includes not only the U.S. It includes subsidiaries, divisions, brandings,
okay,
locations. It's the U.S., Canada,
and UK,
and other countries. Yes.
Okay, great. All right. So we got a couple other examples. We got a lot of questions. So let me shoot over back to the PowerPoint here. I got one. We just wanted to show you some of these examples that folks are using to make people aware of matching gifts. They put these in as these leaflets into direct mail campaigns to remind people of matching gifts. And let's see here. So we thought we'd just show you some of the nice ones that we get to see here at HEP, and we help the clients actually put these together. Mariana, do you want to mention how this works?
Well, we have certain things that we would need from you in order to create a custom leaflet. There's a choice of 2 PMS colors, 1 or 2 pictures, and the logo. What I do is I pull a list from the database specific to your type of 501c3, and I create and tweak that list for your organization. I send that to our graphics department along with your pictures, which is a minimum of 300 DPI. Higher is better because it's just a clearer picture. We take everything and I submit it to graphics, and then we come back with a PDF, send it to you by email for your approval. Pricing starts generally at 1,000 pieces, for an estimate, you just need to give me a call and I'll tell you what the pricing would be and how much the postage is, and it's based upon your geographical location. The process can take about 10 days from origin to getting them to your door. So that's about it.
Okay, so if you have questions, our contact information is here, but I'm going to jump into the questions for Linda and Mariana. We have a bunch of them. So the first one, go ahead.
Could we backtrack just a little bit to these mail pieces?
Yes.
These inserts. That was one of the major tools that I used at Cal Poly. The strategy was to drive our donors to eMatch Donor Link, and we used an insert like this to do that. And we used a buck slip, which the phonathon included when they mailed out all their pledge coupons. They included it in their direct mail pieces. The advancement officers in all the colleges had a supply that they included in their package that they put together for donor meetings. And then mine was blank on one side so that I could mail it out to the donors, like a postcard, a kind of thing. And it's a really easy and inexpensive way to promote your matching gift program. Athletics always had a big stack with them. I was leaving stacks of these things all over campus, and they were actually used. So I encourage all of you, if you don't have access to graphics design or somebody in-house that can do this for you, then use HEP services because it will pay for itself in a matter of a couple of months, if not sooner. This is a major tool that you can use in almost any way at all. And some of our colleges and their magazines and Cal Poly magazine actually took the mail insert and just reproduced it on a page of their magazine and promoted matching gifts that way. And they didn't have to write an article. It didn't take them any time or resources in regards to promoting matching. So I highly encourage everybody to develop your own mailer or leaflet like this.
So we got a bunch of questions. Thanks, Linda. So here's one from Karen. She asked, how do you handle completing matching gifts forms for gifts that are given via recurring split into multiple installments?
Well, I'm not sure what that question means.
Okay.
Does that mean if they haven't met their minimum gift, how does the company decide when they're going to match it? Or
yeah, maybe we can reach out and just chat with Karen, and then we can talk individually.
Sorry, Karen.
Yeah. Do you have a list of matching gift companies that participate in payroll deductions?
Yes. Yes, we
And
do.
how would they get that?
They
Email
could
you?
just send, they could just send an email to info@hepdata.com.
And we'll get them to list?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, that Kelly had the same sort of question. Can we get a report of those with payroll giving programs? And then I think someone was looking for the link to get onto GiftPlus. We'll have to come back to that one. I think. I guess the question here is, how does eMatch Donor Link works? Can you explain that?
How does it work? How does one get an eMatch Donor Link? Well, there's the two most common types of links. First of all, they have to decide which one they would like. I guess the most popular would be an iframe, which it's created by myself initially, or another person in the office, and then it comes to you in the form of a link. It has filters on it for your type of organization. So if you're a higher ed, then it's for your college, university, grad school, whatever particular types of additional eligibilities are built into that. It's sent to you by email with an attachment with the code for your IT person to embed then on any page you want. It can be put in as many places as you want, with a little bit of text to introduce it and publicize it, promote it, make sure that your donors know that it's there. It can be put on your donation page as well, which is a great place to put it when they're making a donation. Have it right there. Have it there right as they're making the donation. Also, another place would be the receipt or acknowledgement letter, page, so that they're checking to see if their gift is match eligible. Boom. We have lots of logins and forms, and they can perhaps just do it right then and there. That's what we would like them to do. The pricing is extremely reasonable. It starts at, we base the pricing on the number of active donors in the database. So if you're less than 5,000 donors, let's say donors that have given for the last 2 years, 1 year is $299, and 2 years is $500, and then it goes up from there. But the pricing is very reasonable. It takes only 24 hours to get the link. We do have a one-page agreement, but it's optional, and that's about it.
Okay. I think we're...
I have something to add about that, John.
Sure, go ahead.
Those of you listening, if you don't do this, you're nuts. You are absolutely crazy. Our strategy was to drive people to eMatch Donor Link. They put in their employer's name or their wife's employer's name, and they poke go. And if their employer has a matching gift program, that provides the link to the application process. So it took me 2 years to persuade someone to put this eMatch Donor Link on our online credit card giving page. And we experienced like a 17% increase in matching when we added that eMatch Donor Link search field to the online credit card giving page. College of Engineering has the eMatch Donor Link on their website. Athletics has it on their website. The gift coupons from our Phonathon program includes the web address to eMatch Donor Link on our matching gift page at Cal Poly. We included that web address on the gift receipts that are mailed out. We included that web address driving people to eMatch donor link on our business reply envelopes. Keep it simple. Will your employer match this gift? Find out at www.calpolygiving/matching. Keep it simple. You know, you just need 2 simple sentences, which will fit on almost any media you're talking about. You know, it will fit on any print media. It will fit on any template that somebody has. If you keep it short and simple, but you just want to plaster that everywhere you can think of. And you can do it for the price. You can use it 20 gazillion times, you know, if you have enough imagination. But you absolutely must do this if you want to run a successful matching gift program. It'll be one of the best tools you have. Okay,
I wanted to add one thing. We offer analytics on your eMatch donor link so that you can track how many hits you're getting and what companies are being searched for, and that's free with the service.
That's a very nice thing to know, because how many hits are we getting is a very frequent question. But I think we're going to have to wrap it up. I'm sorry we couldn't get to everybody's question, but we're running out of time here. If you want more further information, you can certainly reach us at our main number, 703-669-5602, and we will be glad to help you out with questions. Linda has kindly provided an email where you can reach out to her if you have any questions. And again, we will put this up on our website, probably give us a few days, probably middle of next week. We will have so you'll be able to listen to the recording or download the PowerPoint. So thank you, everybody, for coming, and thank you, Linda, and thank you, Mariana, for your help.
You're welcome.
And we really appreciate it. And thank you all for coming. We appreciate your coming today. So thanks again, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.